Well, China is the world's biggest mobile phone market, but so far only China Mobile subscribers have had access to 4G service, the high-speed connection. But recently, the government has approved 4G trial licenses for China Unicom and China Telecom. Dai Chen has the details.
6 months ago, the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology began issuing 4G licenses to China's mobile operators, but only for the use of a technology called TD-LTE. China Mobile began building out its network based on the domestic technology, whereas China Unicom and China Telecom opted to wait for licenses to use the international standard called TDD-LTE. As a result, China Mobile has had a 6-month head start on selling the new service to subscribers. The company has had trouble doing that, however. China Mobile had added only 8 million 4G users in the past 7 months, far from its original goal of having 50 million users by the end of the year.
First of all, 3G is still undergoing development and its business is still growing. Now that this new thing called 4G has come out, users may not have an immediate need for the technology. It's only been a couple of months since the release of the license. It will take time for users to get used to the idea.
At the same time, the fact that the other two carriers, China Unicom and China Telecom, were awaiting their 4G licenses has meant that they have done little to market their current 2G and 3G services. China Unicom, the second largest carrier in China, gained fewer than 900,000 subscribers in April, its weakest growth in 5 years. China Telecom did even worse, losing more than 4 million subscribers in the first half of this year.
This is the only way out for China Telecom. When we look at its previous performance, the company hasn't done as well as expected. Its 3G technology and speeds have struggled to reach high standards. Now that China Telecom has a trial license for FDD, it's obviously more confident and more eager to boost its capital investment.
Wang Xiaochu, chairman of China Telecom, says the company plans to invest about 80 billion yuan, or around $13 billion in capital expenditures this year. Half of that will be spent on building its new 4G network.
We'll probably see them offer commercial 4G service later this year, and when that happens, and maybe even before, they'll probably start to very aggressively promote the service.
The three telcos are already in talks to form a joint venture for cell phone tower construction in order to reduce the cost of building their nationwide 4G networks. One of the three, China Telecom, is already testing services in 60 cities and says its coverage will be available in 300 cities by the end of the year. Once China Telecom and China Unicom get permission to commercialize the FDD-LTE standard nationwide, the real competition will finally begin. Dai Qian, ICS4 CCTV, Shanghai.